imagine what it must have been like for this. I mean, he's 18-year-old, but he's mentally handicapped. He's got... It's not even a child's mentality. And he was snatched from his suburban neighborhood, thrown in a van, thrown into some undisclosed location in Chicago. These 4 blacks terrorizing him and torturing him for somewhere between 24 and 48 hours. Nobody even knows. And what did they do? They forced him to drink toilet water. They threatened him with a knife. They slashed his clothes off him. They scalped his head. And he was bleeding everywhere. And what are they shouting? Fuck white people! Fuck Donald Trump! Why? Why would this occur? There are reasons. Because the media promotes this kind of race baiting, this kind of hatred, this kind of viewing of Donald Trump as some satanic figure, the end justifies the means. The question is, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Who is promoting all this hatred? And who is going to be covering this up? Because eyes are watching. I'm telling you, the internet is here. We can talk to each other. You cannot bury this stuff anymore. It cannot continue. You understand? It can't continue at all. This insane double standards, this is hysteria, this cover-ups. You are creating the undoing of society. You are pulling the threads that keep everything together. When I first heard about, white ethnocentrism, thinking of white interests or white nationalism, I thought, this is crazy. Crazy. What could possibly justify such a perspective? How could it possibly make any kind of sense? This is why discussions about something as hitherto inconceivable as white nationalism is on the rise. I think I can understand certain perspectives where people say, well, if we're so terrible as white people, we should really leave you all alone, right? We should just withdraw ourselves to our own areas and we should just separate because this is not working. And it's not getting closer to working, it's getting further away, further apart from working. You can't treat one group as innocent children and another group as demonic oppressors because you can't live together like that. When you have oppositional mindsets, oppositional ethics, oppositional definitions of what it means to be a human being, then you can't coexist in a society under the same legal umbrella, under the same identity, under the same nation. You understand? So white people, I'm guessing, at some point, they're going to say, he's not working. He's not working. It's not working. You want our own space. They're going to say, well, if I live in a society of white people, I'll never be accused of racism. There'll be no such thing as affirmative action. Crime rates will be far lower. If only white people lived in New York City, like over 90% of the shootings would be gone. White people might say, we're tired of building these cities and then having to flee them. Tired of paying all these taxes and being called racist oppressors. Tired of being told that they're the worst people in the world and then being followed everywhere we go. Not going to work. It's not going to work. Because this microcosm of what happened to this poor young man may be a macrocosm of what happens in society as a whole if we are not damn careful about where we go from here.